be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
こうなるとね。
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
だろう
Oh, buck up, man. At least you're not dead.
ああ、さ、悪かったね。影なしでやっちゃったからさ。先ねえよ。
We'll show them that the fire in our hearts is not so easily quenched.
The Black Shields won't know what hit them.
お、メイン大丈夫かい
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
ああ、まあ、そう褒めるなよ。お、君はなんだい
What is it you require?
お、ダートローズ。手に入れてないね。買っとこうか。ぐらい
As you wish, my lord. It has been an honor.
待ってね。ああ、そっか。ウェイド。フェニックスゲートが襲撃された折に消息不明となっていたが、現在は廃墟となったラザロ町街を拠点とし、そっか。新しい子供ができたのか。大陸歴800人のフェニックスゲート襲撃を生き延びた広告騎士を中心に組織された。やら粛清。この主力部隊は本影隊かな。本影隊と呼ばれている。なるほどね。ありました。あ、待って。アビリティ振っちゃうか。1805あるからね。リミットブレイクの強化は、3本か。ゲットしとこう。強化は、範囲広がるのか。一体の敵だもんな。これ強化しとくか。 時かな、とりあえずね。OK、行こうぜ。
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill, and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Ed have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
頼む。
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
OK。パーティー、ゲストのパーティーさんか。OK。あくまでお前はウェイドゲストだって。ゲストじゃな。
We'll keep them from the bridge.
OK。
Listen to the Phoenix go with you.
おう。おう。任せろ。
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
なるほどね。ん？え、このとこまで流れてきたの？
Look at me sideways. How was the Black Shields?
Come along now. We'll find another bridge.
そうだね、そうしてくれ。
The bastards are lucky I didn't have my axe.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
OK。どっちか。
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
行くぞ。
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords
はい
we
よ。
swear.
はいよ。はいよ。
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
力か。いらっしゃい。
Battles for them.
はいよ。 はいよ。いいよー。よっと。よっと。よー。ちゃがり。お。また出た、その決まりゼルフ。お前らほんとそれ言いたいな。お前らほんとそれ言うの好きだな。よう。よう。おっとっと。ちょ上がり。任せきな。こっちにはエアロを発生させておくよ。おっとっとっと。おっと。あ、痛い。食らっちゃった。おう。SS。
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Quest complete. Hey.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians.
そうなんだ。
And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
信頼の証か。
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Okay, 信頼の証だ。Hey.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
ありがとう、ウェイド。オートイゾルデ。アイロン・ロズフィールド。アイロン・ロズフィールドの屋敷。
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
なるほど。
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown,
I shall have thy head. Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
ね、嬉しいよ。気持ちわかるおじさんの気持ちが。
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
おじさんめっちゃいい人だな。
This will be fun.
ド でもちょっとジル、あれだね。獣って言葉に反応しちゃってたね。確かに前、鉄王国の奴らに
She's a fine ship.
獣って言われてたもんな。
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
イブちょっとなんかあんだろう。ライブさんよ。もうちょっとなんかあったと思うけどな。の国。
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Oh, プラスマークがついてんな。
How did we never
There are
hear
new
of
billets
these
being
guardians
posted
of the
every
flame?
day. Not enough swords to see to them.
オーガスト。
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
どうした？
Wrong.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
うん、いいよ。
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Okay.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
アーサーカーリング。ああ。娼婦の方からありがとうございますよ。
Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
あ。調理助手の2番。どうした？
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valis Thea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
まあ、いいよ。
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite
魔物の煮込みシチュー。
if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea
なんて
what
いうの
they
これ。
might be.
痴漢の情報かな？
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
何の肉だろうな。気になるけどな。
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
よいしょ。どうしたソン。
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that.
Oh.
Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
本当だ、トルガルが後ろにいる。まあ、それはね、さっき売れてた人だからな。
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop.
アルメキア。
Doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working the rides.
I see.
He did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
は戦わないといけないってことか。ロズメア。こいつか。ロストウィンかかるノルバーントリで向かう途中。林道を揺らすほどの激しい風と魔獣の叫びが耳に届いた。遺体をロズメアの縄張りと思われるため十分に気をつけられたし。 なるほど。OK。まずマーサの宿で肉ゲットするか。
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails.
Unwanted
violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha. Don't you go causing any trouble now.
ここか。
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Right. Right. あ、飛び越えない。
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
ほら。ほい。でいった。お、ゲット。ロザリアのごく一部にのみ生息するローランドスコーピオンの尻尾肉。殻と一緒に煮込むことで肉が紫色に染まる。古くから痴漢の、なんだろう、これ、重宝重宝
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
で、次にですね、ロストウィングから、ノルバーン。力でいいのかな。
Good day to you.
But when can I go on a special errand for Master Quinton?
あ、ノルバーンに向かう道。こっちじゃないな、少なくても。これ逆から来た方が早いのか。いっか。ああ、やっぱ弱くなってるんだ。でいいのかな。あ、こいつら無視でいいでしょ。なんだよ。無視してあげるって言ってんのに。行こう。いい好き。ドラゴンだけどアイスじゃないな。ナイス。はいよ。
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Oh, いた。ロズメア B 強そう。 見てない。オッケー。
Fine hand.
ほら。はいはいはいはい。痛い。あららら、いけいけいけいけいけいけ。いた。いけいけいけ。ヒヒーロ鐘。最高度を誇る鉱石の一つ。その名前は溶かす際に美しいヒーローに変わることに由来です。
Something there, boy.
反対かいんのか。
Could that be our man?
うん、偉いな。どうしたんだ、大丈夫か。じゃなかったか。
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art. and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
なんだ、来ればいいのに、うちに。
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
素材持っていきたいな、これも。こっちからさ、こっちに行く道にも確かいるんだよな。ちょっと行くか。でも。
Welcome.
うるせえ。これはほんとうるせえな。買い物はする。
You've a keen eye. I'll be here if you need me.
There's talk at the glass.
こっちかな。ロストウィンドの方に買えばいいんだな。
Good girl.
Faster!
方向的に合ってるよね。あいつかな。あるな。
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
やば。ああ。いったはは。いいよ。間違えた。順番を間違えた。 うんえいほらえいお、痛い。オッケー。ライブルアーム。嵐の目。黄色の不思議な結晶、渦巻くラウンが閉じ込められている。おう、大か。
Rest well. I know I will.
よし、オッケー。帰ろう帰ろう。ほら、持ってきたぞ。
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
はいよ。
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Wow.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
まあ、臭み取る手法を考えた方がいいかもしれないな。守りの気象をゲット。やっと。防御力プラス30か。結構でかいな。
What can I get you, Sid? Don't be a stranger, Sid.
一杯くらい飲んでむか。
Welcome back, Sid. Coming right up. Oh, keep your mug handy.
ボスさん。
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
ポーション。おこうか。
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
どうも。あれ、チーズ来たぜ。
Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody busybodies, the both of you.
まあまあ、そう言わず、これ受け取りんな。
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
ほらよ。
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
おお、そうだよ。
Mill, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret.
へえ、
Which
そう
was
なんだ
subject。of some debate in the leather working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
ブレイクスリーヤーベルトの書。 ドレイクスリーヤーベルトを作成できるようになる。相互についてまとめられた設計書、書備、ドレイクスレイヤーベルトの製法が記されている。ドレイクスレイヤーベルト作成開放。ドレイクスレイヤーベルトの焦点に入手したことで、アジアで新たな装備を作成できるようになった。必要となるマテリアルを用意すると、より強力な装備を手に入れることができる。ほほー。
Back, are ya? What do you want?
エレクトラムっていうやつがいいの？おー。エレクトラムね。このマークなんだろう。モンスターかな？凍った粘液。これもモンスターから。作れねえし。作れねえしよ。
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too.
さて、じゃあ今回はこの辺で一旦終わりにしましょうかね。あとこいつだけか。同じ B ランク。まあまあ勝てないことはないでしょう。こいつよりこっちの方が強く感じたな、俺。そっか、レスキーモブが落とす道具ってことか。
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
お、金融詩人から。旅先でシドの噂を耳にしました。この歌はあなた方の活動に感銘を受けてしたためたもの。ぜひ送らせてください。楽譜だ。ありがたいね。お、剣の評判がちょっと変わったね。闇を照らす、なんとか美。
Come again. I may have more for you.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
なんとかなしね。
Seen enough? How did we never hear about these guardians of the flame?
A part of me thought Drake's head might be the last crystal we ever cracked. But I'm glad I was wrong.
OK。まあ、ちこれやっといた方が良さそうかな、じゃあ。大仕事の前にこれもやっとくか。イーストプールに近い丘。まあ、次回そいつをやっつけるところから始めようか。よし。では、この辺で、お腹が空いちまったもんでね。では、ご 視聴ありがとうございました。また次回。もしよかったら、いいねとかよろしくお願いします。フォローとかね、チャンネル登録とかね、よろしくお願いいたします。ではでは。